Hey friends, I am at the Calgary International Airport at a place called the Belgian Beer Cafe. So I'm on the international side. I'm traveling into the United States, going to Seattle for the weekend, and there were three possible places to grab a drink in this part of the airport. One is a Wolfgang Puck bar. The other one was some kind of fancy wine bar. The Wolfgang Puck place was packed. The fancy wine bar didn't look like they had any beer on tap, and I assumed their beer selection wouldn't be very good. So I dropped by the Belgian Beer Cafe. I did another beer here earlier, which I've probably got a video up already of, and that was a local Calgary beer. It was the only local beer they had, but they've got a lot of Belgian beers here. Now, a lot of what they had on tap was not available, except for ones I've had before and can get anywhere. Stella, Hoegaarden, that kind of thing. Fruity, so I decided to look at what they had in bottles, and I found this. I've never seen this before. It looks interesting. St. Fuellien Saison. It might be easier to look at the menu rather than what I've got here. So, on the menu it says here, warm and golden, an unmistakable flavor full of rich nuances and a slight tang. A traditional farmhouse ale with all the rich savor of the fertile land of southern Belgium, 6.5%, and I won't tell you what this cost me because it was a lot. It's an airport bar. They're never cheap. It also comes in this fancy glass, as a lot of Belgian beers often do, but they all seem to have these branded glasses, but not every place carries them, so that's kind of cool. And the reason I picked this one is because it's 6.5, and that is actually, although that would be considered a strong beer in Canada, I got like 3 hours to kill in this airport, so I don't want to jump to anything 8 or 9%. So I went with this one. As I said, I've never seen this one anywhere before. It says it's unfiltered. It says dry hopping. It's got a date on here, 18. I think that says 73. It's a little smudged, so I can't tell for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Let's get a look at this. So this is put down in front of me a little while ago as I fiddled with all my equipment to record this video. There wasn't a lot ahead to begin with, and what was there is still there. It's got a beautiful, kind of like a slightly golden, but like a darker like color. You're not seeing anything through that, right? It's a very cloudy beer. On the nose, I'm getting something fruity on the nose. I can't say exactly what that is. It's a definite fruity note, like peach, I'm thinking. Not something I was expecting, so I was actually looking at another peach beer as a possibility of something to have, but yeah, so move my image there a little. All right, let's go in for a sip. Cheers, my friends. Did this say farmhouse? Because it's got a bit of a, like, reminds me of a farmhouse ale. Oh yeah, right there. It says Belgian farmhouse ale. Yeah, it's definitely got kind of that earthiness that you get with a lot of farmhouse ales, but it's not overpowering in that way. If sometimes I have a farmhouse ale and I find they're a bit too much, and I think, oh man, what would happen if I gave this to someone who said they don't like beer? So yeah, in this case, like, this would be a good introductory farmhouse ale, I think, because it's got those notes, but it's not overpowering. It's pretty mellow, pretty smooth. That is a pretty decent beer. I would definitely have this again if I ever saw it again. I'm going to say in my part of the country, you probably don't see this often. We're pretty limited in our Belgian beers in Winnipeg, unless you're going to the Belgian club. But going to a liquor store or whatever, you see the same ones all the time, and I've never seen this one. So yeah, it was kind of fun to try. Hey, there are worse ways to spend a few hours when you're trying to kill time in an airport. All right, my friends, if you are ever having to kill some time traveling internationally out of Calgary, make sure you drop by the Belgian Beer Cafe. All right, cheers, my friends.